Oh, Game of Thrones. You never know what you're going to get from that show. It's a heartbreaker, but I'm in it for the long haul now. We're in the final season. And at the time of filming this, there have been 3 episodes. The first 2, I have to admit, I was a little bored. I wanted more. But the 3rd episode made up for it. The Battle of Winterfell. If you haven't seen any of that season yet, I'm going to stop right now so you can close out of this video. Close. You want to hit the X? There you go. Yep. Bye now. Alright. I think I've given you ample time. If you've been following along, I've been doing the Game of Thrones house shields, 3D printing them. I had said I wanted to do House Martell or House Tyrell. Still going to do those, but I'm not going to go full into detail on it, but Battle of Winterfell, it saw this one death that was pretty heartbreaking. Lyanna Mormont. The young whippersnapper of House Mormont, who was the de facto house leader, she died a valiant death defending the walls of Winterfell, being picked up by a zombie giant, and was being literally crushed by the giant, like grisly death. But she killed the giant by stabbing in the eye in her final moments. Whew. And then she, unfortunately, died in battle. But by doing that, I mean, that giant, they barely had a chance, but that giant would have really messed stuff up. Like, can you imagine if the giant and the dragon had, like, no way. I gotta do House Mormont. It wasn't even on my radar, to be honest with you. I hadn't thought about it. I was just doing, like, the main houses. But House Mormont, their sigil's a bear, and I just... After Lyanna's death in the Battle of Winterfell, I just feel like I just gotta do it. So I've found a fun bear head model on Thingiverse. I'm gonna make a low poly. I'm gonna throw it on the sigil. I'm gonna throw on their house words, and we're gonna print it in honor of Lyanna. And here is House Mormont's shield. Printed really well. The low poly bear, I mean, it's super fierce. The process was the same as with all models, as you just saw. I took the regular bear model, made it low poly in Mesh Mixer. I have to say, the smoother something looks in Mesh Mixer, it will actually be more triangulated when it prints. Mesh Mixer doesn't do the best job of previewing low poly models. That's what I found. So if you think you're at a point where like you have a nice amount of triangles that you're looking for, export it out, bring it into your slicer, and you can get an idea of how it will actually look when you print it. But this shield was really simple to put together just because of the nature of the bear, and the house words were short and sweet, to the point, easy to center. That's usually what I struggle with the most. Like, ours is the Fury, the Baratheon one. That was like heinous. That was so annoying to get it right. When you're watching this, Game of Thrones is actually done. It took me a while to finish up this video with Maker Faire in between. However, I'm not going to go into spoilers, but I am going to say something controversial. I liked the finale, but House Mormont shield, again, same process. I found the models on Thingiverse, brought them into Mesh Mixer, mixed them all together, and here we are. A nice layer change, wonderful. But that's going to do it for this video. Speaking of layer changes, there's a new release of Prusa Slicer that actually has the color change things built in. You don't have to export your G-code out and upload it and everything to the browser. I haven't tried it yet, but just PSA, that feature's in there. There are going to be a couple more Game of Thrones shields coming. Probably Tyrell and Martell. If there's any other houses that have cool sigils that you're like, hey, why don't you do this one? Let me know. I'll look into it. I promise nothing. But thank you for watching. If you liked it, toss me a thumbs up, leave any questions or comments down below. I will have all the Thingiverse files that I remixed from, as well as this file, available down in the description for you to print yourself. And until next time, this has been Blitz City DIY. Here we stand.